Hey, Steve, we just talked to a sniffling and coughing Steph Curry. How much do you think that's affected him? He said for a couple of days, and could you see it affecting him tonight?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's wiped out right now. So I don't care what the doctors say. We gotta get him some rest. So I'll make the decision right now. He's not going to play tomorrow. He needs some rest. He's been sick. All the travel, everything, it's just caught up to him. So hopefully, getting some rest, and hopefully he'll be ready to go for Denver.
And Jimmy, was that precautionary, or was that something that's happened again?
Yeah, I mean, he was questionable for a reason. He felt like he could go, then he tweaked it a little bit, so we took him out. So he's questionable for tomorrow as well.
And
We'll see. We'll see. It's we have to assess where he is as well, but we've got a big challenge ahead to go try to win a game shorthanded, and I'm excited for all the guys who are going to be playing tomorrow.
You were talking pregame about, you do have to take another look at how you approached these guys. Obviously, it was early season. Maybe the Portland game was the one time, but was just Steph's energy level part of the initiative of that conversation? Like, wait a minute, like I can tell there's something going on.
Yeah, I could tell on the road trip that all three of those guys looked tired. I mentioned it's a very unusual schedule to start the year, and none of them had missed a game, and I think they just ran into a little bit of a wall. And obviously, Steph came down with the illness, so we'll get through it and we'll be fine. But it's just a really tough part of the schedule, and we'll do the smart thing.
You got Pat Spencer in there in a little kind of a dead period, end of the second quarter. This could be seeing these players come in, not having major roles and contributing like that. Could you find a lift from something like that from not just
sure.
Spencer, but several guys?
I thought the bench was great. I mean, Moses was the player of the game tonight. His defense on Booker and his shooting, he was fantastic. He's just found his groove now, after missing most of training camp with the ankle. So it was a tough start to the season for him, mainly because, we just found a different starting lineup and a different rotation while he was out, and we were doing pretty well. But he's forcing his way back into the mix for sure. And then Quentin was great, but I thought the bench, Buddy, Pat, Trace in the first half really took control of the game. It was fun to watch.
Steve, to follow up on Moses, what do you see in his shot? I mean, he seems more decisive maybe, and how much will you need him? I mean, if Jimmy is out for any stretch and without Steph scoring tomorrow night, it would seem like you need him to keep producing.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
I mean, there's a reason he was our starter last year, the last 30 games after we made the trade. His on-ball defense combined with his shooting and toughness, the way he crashes the offensive glass. So it's great to see Mo out there. We're going to need everybody. Tomorrow will be a night where, we'll get Will Richard in the game. We'll get Guy in the game. We need those high-energy guys throughout the season. I thought that group changed the game in Indianapolis the other night. Guy and Moses. So it's fun to see when the bench guys play like that. And we're going to need everybody. It's a long season, but we have a lot of depth, and we're going to use it.
Steve, you went to Trace in the first quarter after 2 straight DNPs. What did you think about him, and especially the way that him and QP kind of balance each other out with their differing skill sets?
Yeah, well, I mean, we wanted to get Trace in when Draymond was out for the rim protection and defense in the paint. He was a real presence, diving to the rim, offensive rebounding. It was just fun to watch Trace be that assertive and really just, being aggressive in the paint, keeping balls alive. And then his defense was fantastic. So especially when Draymond is out, we're really going to need Trace.
Brandon's been really effective off the ball with Jimmy and Steph, but if those two don't play tomorrow, what do you expect to see from him in Sacramento? More on-ball responsibility or?
BP?
BP, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he'll for sure have a lot of on-ball responsibility. So will J.K., Pat, as well. So we'll share those duties. And like I said, I'm excited. These are games that are great opportunities for a lot of guys.
No Gary tonight, Steve. Was he having any health issue or just the way it
Oh.
broke tonight?
Just the way it broke. I mean, we played 11 guys. It's hard to play more than 10, and it's nothing that Gary has done. It's just we've got a lot of guys, and we went a different direction tonight. He's still going to play a big role this year.
Did you get any in-game word on Jimmy? I mean, he did seem a little hobbled out there, but just did the back. You guys gave him the green light, and then obviously he left. What'd you hear about him?
I just heard at halftime that he was out for the rest of the game, and that's all. I mean, I didn't get any detail.
Steve, we talked a lot about focus and execution the last couple games in Indy and Milwaukee. How did you think the guys responded specific to those two elements tonight?
Really well in the first half, and then we let our guard down a little bit in the second half. But I thought the first half was great, 20 assists and 5 turnovers, and second half we turned it over 10 times. Just right out of the gate in the third quarter, we had a couple turnovers, and Phoenix did a great job. They're really playing hard and well organized. Book's playing at a really high level, and they're shooting 1 million threes. So that's not an easy team to play against.
Question less basketball related. Prop 50 passed while you guys were playing tonight. I wonder if you had a comment on that.
Yeah, I mean, I voted for it today. I didn't love voting for it, but I felt it was necessary. So it's hopefully we can get back to a point where our democracy feels strong and healthy. It's not right now, and that's. But I like the way the law was phrased. That if the other states decide to go back to what's fair, then we will too. Then that's why I voted for it. Thank you.
Well, given what we just heard from you, is you got a little cold or something like that going on, Steph?
Yeah, I'll be all right, though. I just need a day to hopefully kick it to the curb and get back to full strength. But it's good enough to get through the night, but it's getting worse, so I don't want to stay too close or far away from y'all.
I know you always want to play, but with a back-to-back, is that in question at this point?
Yeah. Obviously, it would take a lot for me not to play, but the way it's going and how the schedule has been and just how I feel, obviously we'll monitor it to see how it goes, but I want to be 100% for the long term.
You felt it during the game?
A couple of days now. After the Milwaukee, Indiana situation, so like I said, it was just trying to dig deep, especially in the second half, to get through the game, knowing Jimmy was out too, and it was a battle out there, but thankfully we got it done.
How have those conversations with Rick and Steve and Mike, just in terms of when to pick spots to maybe rest and how to manage back-to-backs, how have those conversations compared to previous years?
We've only had one, so a lot of it is kind of the standard, understanding how the schedule's going, how we're feeling physically, mentally, some of the data that they're pulling from games and how we're moving, the speed of the game and all that type stuff. So we only had the one conversation yesterday, and some clarity came out of it just in terms of how we're trying to get through, especially this next couple of weeks, because it's pretty dense and we're all over the place. But it's not rocket science, really. It's just if you're able to play. If something pops up, a sickness or something that's alien to Jimmy's, I think it was his back. Was it? You want to be cautious, but we're trying to, build momentum. That's why those 2 games on the road hurt a little bit, but we're all just collaborating.
Steph, we talked a lot about focus and execution after these first few games. Why do you think that has been such a struggle? And even tonight, it was like you guys are rolling, and then it slowed down a little bit in the third, and then you had to find your way in the fourth.
We would like to make everything easy, or make it look easy in the sense of winning games like this. And obviously, we came out the first half strong, built a big lead in the first. You know, they made a run. We responded. No matter what lineup was out there, we always had an answer. It got a little, dicey in that fourth quarter, but that's just because they're a talented team in the sense of how they play, fast-paced. D-Book is unreal. Scorer and playmaker. If they're making threes, it's tough, and they switch 1 through 5. I think our last 3 games, including tonight, is just an understanding of how different teams are playing in today's NBA and being, able to adjust to it. And thankfully, we built up a big enough lead that through some of those droughts, we still had some cushion. So we're still getting better. I think that's the biggest thing. We're not where we want to be, but we're trying to win through the learning curves.
Do you feel like your play's been impacted by the sickness?
Tonight, the second half, Tank was on E. I'm not blaming the air ball on that. But just like I said, just trying to dig through it and get to the finish line and get a win and keep it moving.
How soon do you have to officially decide on tomorrow? I mean, that sounds like you guys.
Pretty quick, but I'm gonna go see what's going on.
I'm okay if you want to go that off.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA, I'm a